I went online and tried and it declined.
You're a customer of Commonwealth Bank.
Sure, let's add the bank's name now. Is this allowed? He completely mind blanked me. That's kind of bullshit.
The game's the game,
He
baby.
gave away 3 seconds for me about that, justifying that. And so did Sen.
Your own teammate.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Welcome back to Critical Banter. This is the podcast where we take the very best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into one single podcast. On this week's episode, we've got a new game, Bullslut Battle Royale, and a existing segment, Banter Reviews, Barbie Oppenheimer. Wait for that one. Before that, to wrap the week, we've got me and Miguel. We have Rowie.
G'day.
We have Sen.
Hello.
And we have in his new unboxed shoes, Kushagra Kundra.
Yes, sir. Unboxed but dirty as fuck. You know how it is. But we're all
Yeah, what's the crep check, boys? Senny, what you got on?
Got dirty all white NMDs.
Kush, what you got?
We got some Pumas. I don't know the model number. Let's call it X24.
What should I ask this man with his toes out?
Yeah,
Bro,
what
what
are
are
the
you
puppies out?
Got the Burks with the socks.
Dare I suggest, is Burks with socks worse than just having your socks on?
Well, I don't know. The reason why we got shoes on this week is because we had multiple complaints from listeners and viewers saying we don't like the look of socks on our screens. Yeah. Especially Miggs' dirty socks last week.
They may have been all my burner accounts as well for those complaints.
They told us, hey, put some shoes on. And so, Miggs, what's your crep check?
Anyways, I'm in the Air Forces, but don't let the creps fool you. Cushy's got some stories for us this week.
Yes, sir. Well, I wanted to talk about one thing. With the renovations of the pod, we're also doing renovations on the financial side as well.
Of course.
And Cushy is a man of finances, as we know.
I'm a man of finance and I'm a man of security as well. Sen pointed out very eloquently in the chat. You know, I like to keep things hidden and personal when it comes to this stuff.
That was funny, but that was good for you today.
What was your exact words? Kush is a man of...
Yeah, well, I needed everyone's details. And so I asked everyone, and you both, Miguel and Ro, were very quick to reply.
Email account. Email addresses, mind you, not anything actual personal.
So I needed emails. You guys replied quickly, and I'm like, and I added Kundra again. And then Ro's like, why don't you just search in the group chat? Maybe it's been said before. And I'm like, oh, I tried to search. And then I'm like, Kush is a man of vigilance and security. He probably changes his email every quarter.
Anyway, we're setting up a new little bank for us, right? A new little bank account. We can say that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Of course it's
okay.
fine.
We've hit the limit. We've hit the limit on our current bank account, so we need one that holds more cash.
Yeah, and this bank, you know, you guys were set up so easily. You went through it online. You did your jazz. All done. Done and dust. Took you 5 minutes, I think, both of you.
Less, to be honest.
Less. I had problems. I had lots of problems.
We know.
Yeah. I went online and tried and it declined.
But you're a customer of Commonwealth Bank.
Sure, let's add the bank's name now. Anyway, I am a personal customer, but I do not want to connect my personal and business accounts, okay?
So the reason why it was so smooth for us, the transition, is because me and Miggs also bank with Combank.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they asked, do you want to link to verify your identity, because you're already a customer with us, do you want to link your personal account with this business account that we're creating?
Yeah.
Your already verified details is what they want.
And me and Miggs were like, of course I'll do that.
Anything for convenience. I'll give you whatever you want,
Whatever
as long as it's more
information you
convenient
need.
for me.
We click yes, we've linked it in literally no more than 1 minute. We're in the business account.
So anyway, you guys got through it quickly. I had to go to the bank. I went to the bank, the branch. And
It declined you like once, and then you couldn't get back in.
yeah, well, they declined me. They were online first. They declined me being like essentially, you need to go to the branch. You guys didn't get that error. Again, I don't want to connect my personal and business. Told me to go to the branch, so I did. Went to the branch. The spokeswoman for this bank.
Spokeswoman. What, the fucking PR manager?
Well, she was very patriotic to the bank. I'll tell you that much. Straight up told me that the 2 people who had signed up for the bank shouldn't have been able to do it through your online account. So I was like, well, I have a screenshot from a person who has done it, which was Ro in this case. Who confirmation is a nice little green tick. He's got his business account all set up. She was like, yeah, no, he couldn't have done it. Show me the screenshots of step by step that he went through.
Yes, of course. I love to take screenshots of the step-by-step process of verification.
Look,
one of my pastimes.
I respected that because that is a very secure kind of step. And like I said, security and vigilance, I thought that was spot on from her.
No, but you're not trying to take money out of this account.
No, I'm not trying to take
and
money.
she's also completely out of line with the technology.
Well, yeah, she's out of line of that. But first, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, maybe you're right. You know, you work for the company.
Spokesperson.
You know more than me, so possibly. But she kept going on, and then she said, whenever you do a transaction, all 4 of you have to be present in the room and have to sign.
What is this? Fucking 1920?
And this is where I got a little bit of
convention.
A fucking check or some
You
shit.
need a witness as well.
Yeah,
you know,
this
it's
is
like a
where I
marriage
just-
Justice
certificate.
of peace, bro. What the fuck?
How old was this person, by the way?
Oh, I'd say mid-30s, maybe in the
okay. I thought
40s.
So should know better.
Yeah. Okay.
Should know better. But
That's very different to how we've been doing purchases right now.
Yeah,
We've just been send the link, and he's fast and loose, just adding his little purchase on the side as well.
yeah.
No wonder why the bill's 1,000 when I sent $200 worth of items.
But this one the alarm bell started ringing. When she told me that, so I was like, look, I think you're wrong. Like, I actually think you're wrong. I don't think any business account allows that. Essentially, they all 4 have to. Maybe they do. I don't know. But like, it sounded completely wrong in my
No,
eyes.
they don't, dude. Nothing would ever get bought if that was the case.
Potentially, it could be like some sort of secure business account. I don't know, but it definitely wasn't the one that Sen was saying. Because when you look at the links and read up on it, it says nothing about that. So it couldn't have been the case, right? And so I became a bit of a menace at the bank. I was that
What's
person
new?
holding up the line, being like, "All right, look, you're wrong. You got to help me out. Give me a manager." The manager comes in, has a read through, and was like, "Yeah, look, you have to come to the branch." I was like, "Thank you. I am fucking right opposite you right now. Yeah, I can see the online thing doesn't work. That's step 1. Tick. Step 2. Step 2. She was like, "Yeah, look, you're gonna need all 4 of you here." And I was like, "Look, that's not happening."
Did you say that?
Oh yeah, in my head I was about to be like, look, one of them's overseas, but I didn't want to say that. I was just going to be like all 4 of us just can't do that. It's a business account. People should be allowed to set up a business account without all of them being in the room, right? You could have a business. You could be overseas. You could be domestic,
Exactly.
different places. It kept going on, and I wasn't getting the answers I wanted to have, essentially. And so I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm taking my business elsewhere. That's what I said. Even though Sen was the one to set up the account. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna decline this account. We're gonna leave. That's it. Just my last ditch effort to say, you guys are essentially wrong. They were like, look, sorry, there's nothing we can do. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. Message you guys in the chat being like, this is what's happened. I'm gonna need some help here from you boys. And then Sen, I think you did close it up. You solved the issue, I believe.
Yeah, so that day I called them as well. After this happened.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, can I find out like what the status of the application is?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh. And then she's like, let me put you on hold. I'll come back in 5 minutes. So 10 minutes later, she comes back and she's like, oh, actually, I can't deal with this over the phone. You have to go into the branch. So I'm like, oh, here we go. So then the next day, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to the branch. And to be fair to me, I did get to the branch. There was about 8 people in line. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I can't be bothered. So I left. And then I was ready to do what you did. I was ready to take the business elsewhere. And I was sitting at home yesterday, and then I get a call out of nowhere. And I famously don't answer calls. So I quickly looked up the number, and it said it was this bank's personal ID check. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this actually sounds kind of important. So I picked it up. And she's
Wait,
like,
hang on. You Googled it while the phone was ringing.
yeah.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
It's
I do that.
It's like at
you
least
actually?
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's during work, so I had my work laptop in front of me, so I just quickly Googled it.
Oh, dude, I didn't think we had that much time. I was.
Bro, 15 to 20 seconds.
To type in 8 numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
but the
slow
pressure,
are
the
you?
phone's ringing. There's- I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah,
whatever.
but on an iPhone as well, when it's ringing, it stays at the top.
Yeah.
So even if you're on Safari or something, you can still type it in.
Okay, so you got the number. You've Googled it. I've never done this before.
You've never... Dude, I do it with a lot of
This
the
is
numbers.
the go-to, bro. Unless I check my email at work. If it's someone's in their signature, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
If it's not on Google and it's not on an email,
we have
I'm
like a
not fucking-
directory as well.
I'm not picking up your number,
So
man.
if I get a
What?
work call, I'll look it up on the directory to see who it is, and then I'm like, oh, shit, I should probably pick this up.
Dude, is this common? Kush, do you do this?
They Google the numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, from time to
While
time.
it's ringing.
Yeah. You have time to do it.
Dude, you got plenty of time.
Am I the only one in the world that does not do this?
I
Can
think
someone,
so.
can someone reach out to me on Instagram and also, let me know that they also don't do this? Because this, I feel like, is ridiculous. Just pick up the number, man. It's not going to hurt you.
I hate talking over the phone. I'll
Yeah.
do anything
Yeah,
it
yeah,
takes
exactly.
to not talk over the
Also,
phone.
if it's that important, you'll leave a voicemail. You text.
No,
if
you
it's that
won't. I've
important.
never left a voicemail.
If it's work, you'll send an email. Tried calling you.
Yeah,
And if it's that important, you'll be texted. Don't worry. Or an email will be sent follow up that, I couldn't reach you on the phone. Done.
No, this is crazy behavior from all of
Or
you.
you will call again. If you call again, I'll pick up.
Well, Kush, I understand because he's a man of vigilance and security. I understand that. But you two, reasonable fellows, look at a number.
Nah,
and
there's something going on up here.
you just pick it. It's because,
Dude, there's so many scams these days. You always look up the number.
Yeah, I pick up one every now and again, and it's always a scam. So I'm very disheartened about picking up phone calls.
Oh, I don't know if you get these ones where you pick it up and it's just silence. They're waiting for you to speak.
Yeah, they're waiting for you
And
to
then you hear it ring.
Yeah.
Do you ever? It's silence, and then you say something, and then it starts ringing.
No,
And then
I've
it
never
goes to
done
the
that.
automated voicemail.
They try and steal your voice, bro.
Yeah.
I got one from mainland China the other day.
Oh, I get those all the time where you pick up and it's just suddenly in Chinese. Like
No, but-
just a pre-recorded Chinese
Yeah.
voice, like a lady
Yeah, but
saying,
for me-
I owe someone money. I'm like, what the fuck?
For me, it said the location was mainland China.
Oh, really?
Obviously, you're not picking up that. You have no business in China.
Hey,
That's getting screened.
You know my financials?
business. Never ask me about my business, bro. I get the odd one about like Burkina Faso calling me. Do you ever get those ones, like the African ones?
Yeah,
Dude,
I get random countries.
I've got at least 3 Burkina Fasos, and I don't know why. I have no business in Africa. I'll tell you that for free.
Anyways, if it's important, call me again or leave me a text. Sadie, you got called.
No, it was a quick aside for that. By the way, Demark Properties is still ringing me. Just as a quick update
Why
to
don't you
that.
just block them?
No, because they call from different numbers. I'm sure they have like that. You know, telemarketers have that Rolodex of phone numbers that just generates a unique phone number every time. They got the same thing, mate. Tariq is calling and beckoning me to buy a property.
Just do it. Just do it at this point, bro.
But
do it.
yeah, sorry.
That's actually a fun game. You're like, oh, is this an important call? Nah, it's just Damak Properties. You bastard. It's like the episode of The Simpsons where Homer gets like that auto dialer and he just calls every house in Springfield and they think it's an important call and nah, it's just Homer with the auto dialer. Anyway, so I Googled the number and I saw it was the bank privacy thing and I picked up and she's like, oh, hi, this is so-and-so from whichever bank. And she's like, oh, I'm here to verify your ID. And then I was happy. I'm like, okay, I already looked it up. I know this is a legit number. And then she's like, is this? And then she read out the business name. And all 3 of you have seen the business name. It's a very long-winded name. And so it took about 3 minutes to read that. I'm like, yes, just come on. That is us. Hurry up.
Wait, as in the business name is not Critical Banter.
No.
It's us.
It's all our names combined.
Yes.
Oh, so she went.
Our ABN is 19.
No, you could just find it. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's public information.
So read
Yeah.
it out.
So then she just read Miguel Cardenas.
Yeah,
Rohit
she
John
read all
Naidu,
of our names out.
Kushagra K. Kundra.
Yeah.
And then she's like, are you Sen? And I'm like, yes, I am. And she's like, all right, well, we have your application here. It looks like 2 of your people have already verified their ID.
You're welcome.
The third one we have on record has tried.
And was very hostile at the branch.
And then I started to get angry on Kush's behalf. And I'm like, yeah, he went into the branch the other day and they told him all of us need to be there. What's doing? And she's like, oh, well, okay, that's not right. I can actually verify his ID right now. I just need you to give us some things. And she's like, is he already a customer of bank? And I'm like, yeah, he is, idiot. And she's like, excellent. Then I just need you to like confirm some details. And she's like, give me his full name. Give me his date of birth. Give me his address. So I knew your name and date of birth off the top of my head. And then I'm like, address. I'm like, shit, I don't have that on me. It's like, oh, well, I can call you back in 5 minutes. Can you reach out to this person and get his address? And I'm like, knowing Kush, that conversation's not going to go well. Hey, by the way, some random lady called and asked for your address. You can't give it to her. So I'm like, no. So then I went into our group chat and I looked up and I know the suburb you live in. So I typed in the suburb name and then I scrolled up and I found it and I gave it to her. And she's like, perfect. That's all I needed. Everyone's ID is done.
Beautiful.
The account will be open today.
So
Is the address Wesley?
It is. You can cut this out anyway. It is you're right, but it's not.
So you linked my personal account to my business account. When I'm actually going to go back and ask them to disconnect that. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go along with that, unfortunately.
What did you want me to do?
Well, I wanted you to work out a solution where I don't need to link my personal
I
business
don't think
account.
that's an option.
They don't
dude.
link. It's
It
not
clearly
linked.
is an option. There's an option which says link your personal account or go to the second option which they kept denying me and said no. Why do you have an option that denies me?
You just went against Kush's original wishes.
What the fuck?
If Kush wanted to do that, he could have done it in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. I should have
should've.
happily stayed online. No, it's not about should have or could have. It's because that I don't want to. It's as simple as that. Anyway,
But like Mick said, it's not linking. It's just you're a customer. They have your details on record. They just compare the pair and they say, yep, the same guy wants to open a business account.
yeah, it definitely didn't sound like that when you go online. It's like log into your existing net bank account.
And I think even if you did this convoluted way, it's going to get linked in the system anyways. Because what are you going to put a different name?
It's the
Put a
same
different
ID you
address?
put in, right?
Put a different fucking social security
All right,
number?
listen, I don't need another spokesperson for CPA. Calm down. I'll do my own due diligence
All right,
and call
bro.
them and
All
ask
right,
them.
Alex over there, champion.
That's like 6 beeps today. Shut the fuck up.
Look,
This is making it so hard on my editing right now.
at the end of the day, all that matters is the accounts are linked. We have a new business account, and Sen can go on his way.
Actually,
to purchase
wait for the
items.
account to be opened
And then do it.
and then do it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll come back next week with an update. We'll see how it goes. Whether the update
we don't need
is,
an update.
No, if the bank account is gone or if it's still there, that's the update. There you go.
All right.
Speaking of Commonwealth Bank, one of the teams that they sponsor, Matildas, shout out them, have started the FIFA World Cup this week. Have you guys seen any marketing for it? My missus, like, a lot of people at work didn't even know the World Cup was happening.
I see a lot of it because Football Australia is right next to my office. So I see people wearing like the hoodies for the Matildas and FIFA World Cup all the time. They look pretty cool though.
They look cool. The World Cup happened. I was there. I went to the first game. Mate, I see like 75,000 people that know nothing about football are just there. There's so many Irish. Do you know there's so many Irish people in Sydney?
Dude,
Have you not been to the city or out
Bondi.
to Bondi? Yeah.
they're
No,
all
I
Irish.
haven't. I stay out west.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dude, there was so many.
So at my office, my previous office, 3/4 of my company I would say is Irish. They all live in the eastern suburbs.
It's crazy.
It's an epidemic.
So I was in my seat, right? And then I got there 10 minutes before. They're playing the anthems. Mate, the Irish anthems get belted next to me. I felt a bit... Because I was in a Socceroos jersey. I was a bit worried for my safety and well-being because you know how
God.
football hooligans are sometimes. But
Yeah,
then
so
I
the
remember...
Women's World Cup.
I remember this is a women's game. It'll be a little more...
the Women's World
It'll be
Cup.
more respectful. And then they sat down for the Australian national anthem.
No
Is that-
respect. That's disrespectful.
I stood up for...
Did
we
you
all
stand for the Irish one?
All the people in
okay.
yellow stood up for the Irish ones and a
Okay,
couple of them sat down.
I mean, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I mean, I'm not going to make a scene out of it, but I'm just going to say the Irish, that is not on, in my opinion.
It's not on. Anyways, we beat them on the football pitch. Some might say karma. Beat them 1-0.
Barely.
Rohit barely watched the game as well. He was desperate in the group chat.
Why was it?
So my mum was downstairs.
No.
No. My mum was downstairs watching.
He doesn't support.
Hang on. Don't pay me in this light. I was
Again.
begging for an Optus Sport.
It was on Channel
Log in.
7.
Okay, let me just explain to you what happened, right? Women's World Cup is on. Tillies are playing against Ireland. Obviously, I'm going to watch. I love the Matildas way more than the Socceroos because they actually win. You know, so just by
Make it that what you will.
they're better than the Socceroos, right? So mum's downstairs watching Netflix while walking on the treadmill. So I'm like, all right, I can't watch it on the TV. Let's try 7 Plus. And I tried that. 7 Plus has the worst streaming site of all time. Didn't work. So then I went on the call out, asked like 10 people. I'm like, hey, anyone have an Optus Sport account? Because KO, the one that I subscribe to, aren't showing it. And then everyone just sad reacted me.
It's because the way you asked for the accounts, also like you want it for the whole tournament.
Well,
Mate, people
I-
got to
That is
watch
exactly what you asked.
People
though.
got to watch as well, mate.
Well, hang on. Surely you can watch multiple like in the same time.
I think
no?
only max 2, I think, can be logged
Yeah,
in at the
me
same
and the
time.
other guy. That's fine. Man, at the end of the day, I did end up
You watched
watching
the game?
Yeah, I did.
Enjoy it?
Second half, not really.
What did you watch it on?
I did watch it on 7 Plus because it wasn't working on regular, but it was working on incognito. It was very strange.
And what have you done in your browsers?
I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I was watching the game. Honestly, terrible game. I think the Matildas
And why
were
was it terrible?
overwhelmed by the occasion potentially. 75,000 people screaming, hosting a World Cup, first game, very nerve-wracking. Sam Kerr not playing. Girls had no idea. You know, the Irish, dare I say, looked better in the second half.
In the second half, they did.
They were all over them. I was worried. Although, to be fair, the goalkeeper, what's her name? Arnold?
Something Arnold, yeah, I don't know.
Russell Arnold, maybe? She's actually a weapon. She commands her box. It's actually unbelievable. Anyways, that's my
That's your 2 cents.
that's my 2 cents on the game.
Was the atmosphere good?
The atmosphere was good. It was really good.
Was it better than a male's game atmosphere?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people like row because people don't really like Socceroos because they're a bit shit and they're really
Nice.
sporting. It's also a World Cup. You're out there. I'm very anti-Mexican wave. I've realized.
dude.
big
I
time,
am
big time.
anti-Mexican
Big
wave.
time.
I feel like Cushy's a...
Mexican wave. I'm the one who starts it. No, let's get it going.
You love it.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
I hate it.
It
I
just
hate
adds a
it.
bit of spice to a boring game.
Yeah, but I feel like it's disrespectful to...
Yeah, mate.
You know...
Do what?
As in, the whole point is, low-key, the game is so boring
Yeah.
that you have to create your own entertainment in the crowd.
Yeah.
So out of
Is it
respect...
entertainment? You just put your hands up.
Yeah, but it's funny to see.
Yeah, but you're doing, you're doing something. Like, because
Yeah.
you're not watching the game anymore. So you got to fucking entertain yourself. That's why it's entertainment, right?
Why is it called a Mexican wave?
because it was
No comment.
Yeah,
No
go on,
comment.
finish that. I want to hear your theory.
No, but also, like, when you talk about the respect, this is the one thing that I'll always hate about tennis.
Women?
No, I'm not Ro. I'm talking about tennis here. Tennis, when they're like, guys, be quiet, don't even utter a word. You are such a pretentious way of playing sport. You go to any other sport and it's like, 10, 11 people on the pitch, whatever. Bro, people are screaming, they're shouting slurs, they're racist, they're horrible, they're having fun.
Are you an advocate for this?
You said it's your favorite part of the sport, is it?
No, they're throwing Mexican waves, they're shouting. I'm just saying, it's a cacophony of noises. Whereas in tennis, you have to be silent. For what? You're just hitting a bloody ball. That's it. There are other sports with so much more technicalities in my eyes. But
So then what are your thoughts on in tennis where you have to wait for a break in play to move?
rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
No, that's fine. I understand you can't shout during the point. That's like annoying. It's fine. It's what it is. But like that could be construed as I can see your gripe with it. But like having to walk in and out at certain times, I think is fair enough. Because like certain sports, you can't be distracted, especially individual sports. I feel like in cricket, they have the side screen. If someone walks across it, they'll stop play to wait.
That is true.
Tennis is like the same thing. You can't just be walking in and out of the view, mate. The guy has to see the ball. He's got to focus on one thing, not millions of people walking at the
in
back.
and out of the view. That's like the side screen thing. But if you're on the left-hand side, bro, you want to get some chips, you want to get a little Coca-Cola, off you go. No stress.
What are we
No,
sponsored
but
by?
that's respect to the other viewers.
What do you mean?
Like that they don't want people walking in and out of like the rows while the game is happening. So you block people's views.
Man, that is so. If other sports can do it, why can't tennis?
Because tennis is start-stop. It's like
so is
not-
every other sport.
it's not flowing.
like football,
it's
45
flowing.
minutes, like flowing.
There's also a bunch of start and stops with going out, offside, calls, NBA, the amount of start stops there, cricket, overs. Every sport has a start and stop.
Nah,
There's no
in
sport.
the UK in cricket, they make you go at the end of the over. Like during the over, you can't go and.
Well, the UK is also pretty weird. And like, they start clapping. They don't do anything. They're weird people there. They're like lizards. They're like Mark Zuckerbergs over there. I don't trust them.
And it's just on the Mexican wave. So I, out of respect, did not participate.
Good.
I was watching my missus. She loved it. She was standing up, doing the whole shebang. The couple next to me, they were about 8 red wines deep, were loving it.
Beautiful.
They were like shouting when he
Yes,
came.
sir.
It didn't last too long, but when he gets around, people love it. And then finally for me, so my seats, I got them for free because my family friend was like volunteered or some shit. So I got free seats right behind.
That's cool.
Right behind the seat, mind you, row 5.
brilliant seats.
No, not brilliant seats. You can't see.
You can't see half the other pitch.
So imagine Kush goes to our soccer game today and watches behind the goal, and there's advertising boards up as well.
Yeah.
So you can barely see the ground, and then you also can't see the far side.
Were you on the side of the penalty?
I was. A lovely little video. I might put that up. Who knows? But I saw the penalty. Saw the Matildas warm up in front of me.
That's cool.
And then we did the classic, wait till after the game. Maybe they walk around and
Did they?
no, they were like FIFA rules.
What's the FIFA rules?
FIFA's ruined this World Cup, mate. They're like, they're basically you can't. I think it's COVID or safety or some shit that you can't go up to
COVID?
the fans. Basically,
Job's not done, mate. Yeah, go home. Go back, recover. This is round
agree.
one.
No,
of
no,
the-
game
It's
one.
round
That is
one.
true. It's
Yeah,
game
go
one.
on,
Yeah,
get
you
out
can't
of
be
it.
doing a victory lap after game
No
one.
way.
but
dude.
home country, but
Also a penalty. Come on, get on out of here.
You're not even a goal in open play.
Yeah.
Like, go home. Think about what you've done today because it was not a good performance.
I'll score
Tillies.
better with you guys in FIFA 23. I'll tell you that much.
20.
Go
They're
on.
actually coming to FIFA 24.
Oh, 24. Is it out?
they're already in FIFA 23, mind you.
Are they? No, but you can't play like Ultimate Team.
In Ultimate Team, but
In
the
Ultimate
women's
Team,
teams
Kush,
are in the.
You can play men and women on Ultimate Team.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on that, Kush?
I haven't played FIFA for years, so I don't know.
That's a lie. We played a few months ago.
Oh, well, there you go. That's years to me with the PlayStation.
Mate, Sam Kerr's the same rating as Mbappe.
Yeah, it deserved, in my opinion.
Nah, some of the comments I've read.
Anyways, we'll move on from that. Shout out to Matilda's good win. We'll watch you guys as the tournament goes.
Boys, welcome to Bullslut Battle Royale. Woo! But before we get into that, we have been hinting at this for a few weeks now. We have an ongoing leaderboard, a running tally. So far, let's recap where we're at over the last 2 weeks. Miguel is currently leading with a whopping 1.5 points.
Wow.
Next up is Ro with 1 point.
Wow.
Let's go.
I am then coming in third with half a point.
Yes.
Thank the Lord last week. And Kush, costly, missing out last week, is currently on 0.
I can't do the zero.
Illuminati.
Yeah, what was that, dude?
I was trying to get the zero, but I realized you can't do
Kush
it
has
like
been
that.
throwing up gang signs throughout all that. So go
We will-
check that out on the YouTube.
We'll also have soon a whiteboard to keep
Yes.
score, so we don't have to keep saying it every week.
Coming
But
this
we'll-
week, we will have a whiteboard which will have the tally, so we don't have to update it you every week. You can just see it on the YouTube. So now you're asking, what is the forfeit?
What's the point?
What
What's
is the point of all this? Exactly. So we said that at the end of the season, there will be a loser, and the loser will have to do.
season pass.
Oh, can we get skin?
No, no.
I was waiting for Kush Roto to jump in there. So yes, this season, as we
Too much Fortnite chat. There's already too much gaming chat in this episode. Let's end it here. Sorry, go on, Sen.
Anyway, there will be a forfeit. So whoever comes last at the end of the season will have to do a punishment. So now, firstly, you have two questions, I'm sure. What is the punishment and when does the season end? Luckily for you,
FAQs.
I'm treating
Pipe down, bro.
Sorry.
treating the listeners with disrespect right now. This season will be quarterly because we are, nothing but neurotic fiends here. So this season will end 30 September or equivalent or whatever that weekend is. And then, so whoever's coming last after that will have to do a forfeit and they will have to do the Maccas challenge.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's the Maccas challenge, Sen?
Well, firstly, for our American or non-Australian listeners, Maccas is McDonald's. Let's start there. And the Maccas challenge is essentially, well, we're all going to have to be there. So we're all going to be in a Maccas for 24 hours. And then the person who is being punished will have to eat a burger. And every burger they eat will take an hour off the time.
This is outrageous.
So, for example, we'll be there 24 hours, but if you eat 14 burgers, you'll only have to stay there for 10 hours. Or if you eat 24, for example, you can walk away scot-free then and there.
Wow.
So, boys,
Big stakes up for grabs.
Just
Big
quickly,
set, yeah.
just quick discussion, right? How many hours are you actually staying in the Maccas for?
Like personally, right now,
No, as in like right now, if you have to do the challenge,
Yeah.
how fast are you getting out?
I reckon I'll happily stay there. I reckon I could stay there. I'll do my normal meals, and I'm staying there for 18 to 20 hours. I reckon.
You're wild.
No
bro.
way,
Yes,
dude.
I reckon I could do it.
So you're getting there 6 a.m., let's say, you
Yeah.
get a bit of breakfast. You got to stay there till, someone do the maths for me, 10 p.m.
Yeah, I think so. I reckon I could do that.
Sen?
I reckon maybe, I reckon in the first hour, if we're doing, we'll probably do cheeseburgers.
Do whatever burger you want. If you want to eat
Whatever
a
burger you want, yeah.
Big Mac,
quarter
Angus
pounder.
Royale, man. Dude.
that's on you.
No, obviously you want to go for the smallest ones. I reckon I can do maybe 6 cheeseburgers in the first hour. Maybe
then
8. And
two
then
every
after that,
hour?
it's just diminishing returns. Maybe 3 in the next, and then maybe another 2 in the next couple hours after that. And then you're probably sitting there for probably 12 hours.
So you think 12 burgers?
Is there any rules against throwing up?
No. I mean, I think if you throw up, you're out. Just
Throwing
we'll
up?
call
No,
it
no,
there.
no, we won't. Throwing up just disqualifies that burger.
So let's say
That's harsh.
let's say
Tough
you
luck.
10 to start with, and then you throw up after.
Sorry, mate.
So you're back to 0 then.
So you're back to 0.
You're back to 0.
What if only 2 burger equivalent weight comes out of in Chunda?
No. If you throw up,
Someone
that's,
has to measure the vomit.
Yeah.
No, thank
no,
you.
thank you.
We're saying
that's
all
on
of it.
you. Yeah. All right.
It
Sorry.
resets your score.
I reckon start off with 6, 8.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
But
Don't
the problem is
overdo
the
it.
more you do, the longer the wait is
Exactly.
for your next one.
That's right. Just take your time, fellas.
Maybe
No.
maybe 3 an hour.
Bring
You're
a
out of
book.
there in 8 hours.
Bring a book. Bring
It's a
your
work
laptop.
day.
Yeah, do some work at Maccas close by to my place. Class place that one.
Okay.
So we'll see. So come September, someone here will be doing it. But obviously we'll all be there to make sure that you are doing it.
But the other 3 can, come and go as
You
they
can come
please.
in. We'll do shift work.
We'll have a YouTube video up, of course.
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
You don't have to record every burger you eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe get a GoPro for it, with all the wealth we have. Can afford God knows what.
Just quietly, one of my workmates told me about this. So they had like a tipping comp for their NRL, and last year they were thinking of a forfeit for it, like halfway through the season. And someone suggested this, and at the time, one of their bigger lads was coming last, and they're like, "Nah, I reckon he would enjoy this. So let's not. This isn't a punishment."
Beautiful. All right. That is
So-
the forfeit. Let's see how we go. Sen, let's go. Bullslut Battle Royale. How do we play, man?
So we're back with the teams. Kush and I were teams last week. Oh, sorry, 2 weeks ago. So we'll run it back.
Yeah.
And we got the couch over there. Will be another team.
Dream team.
Dream team. So the way it's going to work is the first round, we'll start off nice and simple. I've got a category, and it'll be Ro vs. Kush. Nice and simple.
Same as always.
Same as always. Now, here's where the Battle Royale part comes in. Whoever wins that first round You now get to choose the category for the second round, and you get to choose who plays in it. And then you just keep going. So if you keep winning, you get to keep choosing more rounds, and you get to keep choosing who gets to play.
And to add on these beautifully read out FAQs, how do we get to choose the next category? Like, where is this coming from? Can we just choose any one that come to mind, or?
I reckon that would be a bit much. So we've got a neutral website here that gives us.
We've got the Switzerland of websites.
Exactly. We've got the Switzerland website that gives us categories. So there isn't. You can't game this. I mean, you could. We could go down that path.
But I don't want to hear fucking, Oscar-winning actors from
Unless
the
it's
70s.
Yeah.
Unless it's on the
Unless
website.
it's there.
I will
Unless it's
accept
there.
it if it's on the website, but I don't want any of that
Imagine if
malarkey.
that does come. So does that all make sense to everyone?
Let's
And
go.
hopefully to the
Absolutely.
listener, that makes sense. All right. So Kush and Ro, you guys will start us off.
Wow.
Alrighty, boys. The first round. How many famous females can you name in 30 seconds?
Define famous, man.
Well, Manny and I will be the judges for this one.
Famous
so
subjective.
It has to be who we would consider to be famous.
Who's playing this? Team Kush. All right, sorry. I'll go first. 5.
I can go 12.
Oh my
I
god.
instantly regret my
Well,
decision
no,
on
this is
playing with
nonsense,
Kush.
right? Because like famous, what I'm thinking is he's gonna just chuck actresses out. So realistically,
that?
this
They're
What's wrong with
famous.
that?
They're famous.
I don't know.
Yeah,
who's
but
famous.
surely there are some category of people that you know better than him that you can
Because
dust
famous
off.
can be
Yeah, facts.
artists, sports people,
Whatever you
Politicians,
want.
Politicians.
scientists.
All right, I can go 13.
OnlyFans models, whatever you want, bro.
Senny can verify that one.
Yeah, exactly.
OnlyFans models. 40. Nah.
But yeah, porn stars, dude. We have plenty of experience with this, right?
If I name a porn star, I'm going to immediate forfeit. I'll happily do the McDonald's challenge. You said 13? Mm-hmm. Let's go 17.
Bullslut.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's a manageable.
Miguel, get the timer up.
I do
Kush.
have it.
Kush, you have 30 seconds to name 17 famous females. Your time starts now.
Margaret Thatcher, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Victoria, Maria Sharapova, Venus Williams, Serena Williams, Meryl Streep, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Alex Morgan, Elise
10.
Perry, Alex Healy.
Who's Alex Healy?
Alex Healy is
Keep going.
the son of Ian Healy.
You have 11.
6 more.
Dua Lipa, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, and
Time is up.
Yes.
that was close.
You know what I think the rookie mistake there is? You went to too many categories.
Is this
to begin
allowed?
with.
He completely mind blanked me. That's
What?
kind of bullshit. The
game's the game,
He gave
baby.
away 3 seconds for me about that, justifying that, and so did Sen.
Your own
Sen's on your
teammate.
team.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Your teammate should have. I'm the one that backed you on that.
Yeah, I
Who said
actually
keep
don't
going?
think that should be allowed. That
Yeah,
completely
you know
put my
what? You're right.
black
It
seat.
should not be allowed.
Yeah.
From next round onwards.
That's such rubbish. But anyway,
All right,
go on.
so you got 14. Unfortunately, that means
We're 1-0 up.
you guys are 1-0 up.
1-0 up. All right,
Right,
Ro,
buddy.
we shall take a look at the Switzerland of websites, as we called it.
Who's Alex Healy?
Yeah, who you?
It's the daughter of Ian Healy, I think. Cricket.
It's Alyssa
That's
Healy. That's why I
Alyssa.
called him
It's
out on
Alyssa
it.
Healy.
Yeah,
I was
that-
like, I'm pretty sure he's going for Alyssa Healy, but it's not. Alex Healy could be an actor.
Yeah,
but-
whatever. That's what I meant.
So we got a few here.
Okay.
So not only can we choose a category from the list, we can choose who plays.
Yep.
Manny, what are your thoughts on? I see Christmas songs. Would you back yourself against Sen, the famous Hindu, with Christmas songs?
No, because I don't know the names, bro. Like
Yeah, fair.
the names of the
What
songs.
about parts of the body? I reckon you could take Sen out there.
I reckon I could. I reckon I back that. Parts of the body.
Alrighty, we'll go body parts. Sen versus Migs. How many body parts can you name in 30 seconds?
Thanks, Ro.
What a doozy of a category.
Who's starting first here?
I'll start 10.
Jesus Christ.
He loves a bit of his bones. Here we go.
What? Okay, wait. What are we saying of body parts?
Anything. I'll literally count anything.
That's a lie.
I will.
You reckon? Okay. All right, I'll say 12.
15.
Whoa, hello.
So you're saying anything?
Anything.
But if it's a body part, I'll count it.
Okay, I'll say 20.
Whoa.
22.
What?
You can't go, finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4.
Yeah, you
finger
can't
5.
go left pinky, left fucking thumb.
That is
Okay.
a body part.
So
though.
yeah, that's
a finger.
Body
It's a
part.
finger. The body part is the finger.
They're different.
So what did you say?
22.
Bullslut.
Manny, why have you done this? 22.
Nah, back. He did PDHP.
Just for,
Back him.
just for a bit of fun. I didn't.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
I actually did. I dropped out of PDHP in year 11.
All right. So Kush.
Bro,
get the
I'm
timer out.
fucked.
I'm timing here, bro. We're going to be mainly going to be the judge here because you're the one who studied PDHP, but I'll support you with any decision making.
Thank you very much, Kush. All right, Manny, you have 30 seconds to name 22 body parts. Your time starts now.
Head, eye, ear, nose, mouth, hair, skin, neck, shoulder, elbow, finger, hand, chest, back, abs, thigh, hamstring, quad, calf, foot, toe, throat.
That's it.
5 seconds.
22.
Oh,
That's it, 22.
wow.
Wow.
You know,
Well done.
I was just looking set up and down that whole segment.
Fair enough. Fair play. Fair play.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, baby.
That's beautiful from you,
That's,
Migs.
yeah, that's
I didn't
class.
even get
That's
into like
class.
muscles and fucking ligaments and shit.
That was class. That was class.
Well done.
I was so worried. 22, that doesn't get done often. So bravo. That's
That
well
is actually
played.
one of the ones where we
I'm
did
up there with Kush,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to be
solid.
like my idol.
I'll be honest, I don't think I would have gone 22. So
Really?
I don't think I would have panicked. I reckon.
But this is one where there's a point of reference. So it's like,
Yeah, I was about to say, when you pointed it out, you can literally just...
I was just looking.
Dude,
on
I was
the-
gonna go left index, right index, left thumb, right thumb.
Don't worry about it then.
I didn't
I
even
gotta say, that was class.
That should have been that's body parts, isn't it? Like different things.
I think it is body parts because they're different body parts.
Okay,
They are.
whatever.
But anyway, Migs,
Doesn't
you
matter.
won.
But
You
that,
get-
did you guys compose that was? Dude, I'm so proud of my teammate. That was unbelievable.
Thank you.
that was
you.
pretty good. That was class.
All right, let's go. Another one, Manny. Let's,
All right, we'll do
let's
another one. Let's get the
kill him
list
now.
up.
How many
2
rounds
now.
are we doing?
Well, we'll
Until
keep
you
going.
guys
Best of
win?
5, you know. Best of 3, actually.
Well, we're having fun. Let's not stop. We can just...
We'll keep it going. So we've got a new list here.
Okay, I'm having a look at the list.
What are some things that are speaking out to you?
We've got types of drinks. We've got sports. I reckon me or you could go against Kush maybe with that.
I was targeting you, brother.
They're targeting me, bro.
Jesus.
Cosmetics, Manny. Maybe that sounds like your category with
Stones
Kush again.
and gems is another
One
one that I think all 4 of us might not get.
I have seen Breaking Bad.
Things you shouldn't touch.
I've read
That's
Del
a
Toro
bit-
Quest.
Things you shouldn't touch.
That's a bit rogue. I think, yeah, sports could be a good one.
I'll back Kush, yeah.
We'll get Kush in. We'll get you in.
All right, me versus Kush sports.
Is this a bit of discrimination? Targeting certain
You're in the rage
categories?
cage, mate.
You're in the rage cage.
Wait, so you're going up against me or Sen?
I'll go against you.
Are you sure?
No, but yeah, let's go.
I'll say
All right,
it.
you can go up against Sen if you want.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I mean, I actually think Kush knows his sports, to be honest. This is pretty even. There was not very hard ones there.
Alrighty, boys. How many sports can you name in 30 seconds?
10.
10's a great number. Nice and even. 30% out of 30. I'm going to go for 15.
17.
17's a good number. Just over 50%.
What's a bad number, Kush?
I would say 13 is not a good number.
All right, fair enough. Anyways, 17's the number.
I think I can go 19.
This guy thinks he can do anything. Bullslut. No way you
Yeah,
can do
I don't
19.
think I-
No, just calm, relax, calm.
I call he'll get stuck at 13.
That's what I think.
When he
as
gets
well.
to 13, he'll claim that we
Please.
fucking blew too hard and we should be disqualified.
refrain from doing those activities. This is
As-
the one thing where I understand why tennis is so silent. So please.
And then name correct sports.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
all we ask.
Alrighty, Kush, you have 30 seconds to name 19 sports. Your time starts now.
NFL, soccer, AFL, rugby league, rugby union, cricket, badminton, volleyball, netball, baseball, basketball, table tennis, chess, ping pong. No.
You said table tennis.
Oh god.
5 seconds.
Swimming, running, hurdles, diving.
Time's up.
What was it? What was it said?
You got to 18.
You got to 18.
Oh, you're joking. Oh.
What did I say, Ro? When he got to the
Spot
13, he threw out chess. I told you, 13
is a
was the
sport,
number.
mate. It is a sport.
It is, but barely.
Running as well. I mean,
No, it's sprinting, running, same shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
running's as well because Olympics. I wanted to say Olympics before you started, but I'm like, that's probably a bit
I
of.
caught until Olympics.
but it's Battle Royale. You can if you want.
Oh, I should have, yeah.
It's a team sport here, and Manny and I are 3-0 up.
Whispered it into my ear.
We are we just playing for a bit of fun now? Like
Yeah.
three.
Oh, I almost had it, Sen. I almost had it.
18. Dude, when you said chess and then you stopped, I'm like, we're going here.
We're going, yeah.
And then you started naming the Olympics. I'm like, let's go.
Oh, equestrian. I was about to say that as well.
You said that you would have won.
We would've
Let's have
won.
a look at it.
Alrighty, we have the next set of categories. There are some interesting ones
Best
here,
of 7.
All right.
We'll go best of 7. So first to
4.
4. Boys.
I mean,
It could be a quick game.
it's a quick game, but you know,
So we got a few. I think
I'm having a look at this. World leaders, politicians.
that's their wheelhouse, so we'll steer clear of that one.
Absolutely no danger of touching that.
Absolutely. Animals in books or movies, I think, that's another one for
we
them.
can do that.
I'm not touching heroes as well after Kush went like 26 and got 24
That
last
is true.
time.
Kush, yeah, absolutely.
Internet lingo is
Manny, I think you could be an internet lingo kind of guy.
that's a fun one. Offensive words, that's a Senny one, which I kind of want to throw out. I don't want to see how many times Kush has to bleep.
No, I think Kush will just cut the entire thing out. There will be no round.
Sen wins.
Do you back yourself with internet lingo?
I think internet lingo we can
I reckon
have a
you
go.
burst Sen.
Sen.
Oh, you think Kush and
Surely you can't verse me again.
But you're in the rage cage, mate. That's how it is.
I'm happy to throw you against Kush. I wouldn't do well in this.
I think I'll take Senny. We'll spread it out.
I'll give them a lifeline here. Sen versus Migs.
I'm just going to have a word just to confer with my teammate if you just give me a second here.
Sure. Wait, what the hell is this?
Message it to me.
Yeah, I'll
Message it while we talk. All right.
I'm going to start the timer immediately. All right.
Nah, we still got
Well,
it.
what are you messaging? Words? You
No,
giving him
no,
words?
no, I'm giving him the hint. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't say it because you'll hear it. So I'll say one word, you know what I mean? Like a hint.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Manny. Sen, how many internet slang words can you name in 30 seconds?
15.
Bang. Off the rip. Did
16.
Does Kush's hint help?
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
20.
Bullslut.
Bang.
All right.
You
Sen,
got this, Sen. You got this. Easy.
you have 30 seconds to name 20 internet slang words. Your time starts now.
All right. Lol, Roffle, LeMayo, for real, slay. Can I do the skull emoji?
No.
Sure.
Go, keep going, keep going.
Bestie, girlies. Fuck. Kush, you got any more?
I thought that would help you heaps. Oh,
Do you have more?
you for TikTok? Yeah, there's so many you can do.
Don't
you're
worry about
done,
it, lad.
man.
Don't worry about
Done,
it.
I'm done.
Based, lit.
Oh,
You said El Mayo's El Mafeo as well that you could chuck in
fucking
there.
hell.
For real.
That was
Damn.
real disappointing. Yeah, for real. Mate, what was the hint that you gave him?
He
in
said
the
for
end?
real. He said
I
for
said
real.
TikTok lingo. There's so much TikTok lingo you can throw
I'm
out.
trying to think of the other ones. What is there?
That's an embarrassing performance.
That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking.
Surely we'll go best of 8.
No, you're done.
Mate, we'll go
You
best.
can,
Yeah.
you can play for fun if you like, but
won.
we've won.
We absolutely won. And we're not going to play for fun. This is going to be a short segment. But
okay.
it's
All right,
what
so
it
that,
is.
so that leaves a what? I'm on 2 points now, running total.
No, you're on 2.5.
I'm
I'm
on
on
2.5. Rose on 2. Sen's on half.
I'm on 0.
Kush is on 0.
Alrighty, boys. As always, this podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Manscaped. And instead of the usual read, I'm going to do an actual,
An act out.
No. I'll be doing an actual review from a satisfied customer by the name of Carter.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, we sent him a box of Manscaped in return for Prime, which never came. So we really just gave
It's not
away.
his
Which
fault,
got
though.
stopped at customs, apparently.
It's not his fault. It's not Carter's
No,
fault.
of course it's
Yeah.
not his fault. But anyways, we sent him a box of Manscaped, and he gave us a review of the product. And look, if this doesn't sell you, I don't know what will, because this is not even us shilling the product. It's a man who got it for free shilling the product.
There's nothing to gain from a positive review.
Nothing. We have everything to gain from positive reviews. Let's be completely frank about that. But he says Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, wonderful product. I use it for everything neck down and never disappointed. Fair play, so does Sen.
Mate, I go neck up as well.
Neck up as well.
Why stop there?
Manscaped Weed Whacker says great way to get these pesky nose hairs. Leather bag, great bag to take on trips. Lots of pockets with plenty of room.
Agreed.
Facts.
Deodorant. Honestly, I was skeptical as I'm fairly picky of my deodorant, but I've been very happy with it. Smells great.
Same.
So yeah, as we all are, like we all love our scents. Manny spends like $400, for colognes.
Yeah.
And yet he
And
still,
I still use a deodorant, mate.
Can I
Deodorant.
just say I was actually genuinely also surprised by the deodorant. It's decent. It smells nice.
I don't know why you were surprised, mate. Manscaped has delivered nothing but quality. But yeah, it's an
Sorry.
excellent
Well,
set.
It's well nice.
It hit my expectations.
Yeah, it meted my expectations.
Mate, crop exfoliator. He says he hasn't had a single ingrown hair since he started using it.
Wow.
Mate, so, and the craziest part is, right, we sent him the 4.0, the box, which had, a bunch of knickknacks inside of it. But he says overall, I've been very pleased with all the products. The boys sent me everything from the Performance Package 4.0, but he's bought the rest himself.
What?
That
What a
satisfied, he's gone into his wallet and bought some more items.
And not only that, he says, I'm actually planning on getting the beard hedger trimming kit. And we got that recently, and I
absolutely.
love it.
Oh God, it's smooth, bro. It is so smooth.
I mean, Kush, you have the beard, Sen has the beard, and I'm sure, and I can see how.
you have the mo, bro. You can use it on your mo.
I do use it on my mo.
There you go.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Miguel, how
Maybe
you been
can use
using
it in a
it?
couple of years.
Class. No, that's why nothing on my face, dude. That's why.
Try it on the dog. Maybe it works on the dog.
No, we don't recommend that.
But TCB at the checkout, manscaped.com, TCB, you get 20% off and free shipping. Get yourself some gear like Carter did and enjoy it just as much as we do.
All right, fellas, we're bringing back Banter Reviews, a segment we haven't done in yonks. It's been a while.
Absolute yonks.
We used to do it in a way that I honestly can't remember. There was a lot of fluff. There was a lot of, I'll honestly say, not the greatest comedy of all time, but out of 8. But we're revamping the whole system. This is how we're going to do Banter Reviews from now on. We are going to review 2 things. Can be anything, whatever you want. This week's episode will focus on 2 movies. The phenomenon that happened very recently called Barbenheimer. So both Barbie and Oppenheimer. We'll review both pros and cons, what we liked about the film, and then we'll give a rating at the end, which will be out of 10.
Wow.
Unheard of.
The socially accepted system.
Correct.
Finally.
We really want to make ourselves proper reviewers here, finally, for once.
Give some
Get taken seriously.
credibility.
Yeah, exactly. Still called Banter Reviews, no doubt. But anyway, we'll start off with the films. We'll go with Barbie first. Both Sarah and I have seen it.
Have you watched any of these films?
Didn't even know it was coming out. to be honest.
These 2 I can back watching, already watched or will watch. What about you?
I don't think I'll watch Barbie. I'll
Yeah.
be completely frank.
You don't want to watch it?
Negative.
Is there a
Oppenheimer-
reason for that?
No reason. I just like, first, I don't love movies. And
Yeah.
I mean, depending on your review, maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah, interesting.
But I have no inclination to go watch it at this. The last movie I saw at the cinemas was Spider-Man, the
The animated one.
animated one. That was sick. But I hadn't watched a movie like before then for like 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
Oppenheimer you're watching?
Again, depends on the review, but I am more
Oppenheimer,
open to
do you
Oppenheimer.
know what Oppenheimer is?
I had to ask Sen who Oppenheimer is and why there was this
The ops.
big the
The Ops. So I plan on watching the movies,
Yeah.
and I think there's a strong danger of spoiler alert here. So I will
Hang
step
on.
out.
Oppenheimer's a biopic.
Yeah, let's
Don't
just say
care. No, but also
It's already been spoiled.
I'm also like, bro, I don't know. This is
Okay.
news for me as well. I'm going to take a step out, not get spoiler alerts.
Mate.
Is there going to be spoilers
there
for the
will be
listeners at
slight
home?
Spoilers. We'll try to be as non-spoiler.
They made a bomb. Is that the spoiler you're after?
There was a bomb.
Shut the fuck
I'm going to step out and I'll enjoy the movies. Then I'll come back and listen to this segment. So goodbye.
Okay.
All right, so Manny's leaving us now. So it's a 3-man podcast. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Anyway, we're going to begin. Let's start with Barbie first. Sen and I have both seen it. And let's go through the pros, Sen. I'm going to list my first one. And I'm
Go
going
on.
to think about this in a way that I think other directors, or maybe one certain director will look at this. Feet. There's a whole lot of feet in this film.
In Barbie.
There's a whole lot of feet. So I think if Tarantino's looking at this film, I think he may pass out with just how many there are in this one.
And it's not just anyone's feet.
No, it's the feet that he himself has directed before. Margot
Margot's?
Robbie, exactly.
Oh, fantastic.
There is a lot of feet in this one. But I will say one thing. Useful to the plot. Dare I say the feet are
That is true,
narrative
actually,
driven.
Yeah.
Actually,
They actually
It's a
serve-
This guy-
central plot point.
Exactly.
no way. So this guy has managed to weave feet pics inside a film, but make it relevant.
Exactly. And you
Bravo.
know, it's all the fact that it adds something to the narrative is I think what will drive Tarantino to see this film multiple times. And if someone like Tarantino can watch this film, Sen, that's a pro in my eyes.
True. That's for the everyman then, really, at that point.
Exactly. Sen, do you have a pro for this film?
Mine was rampant consumerism.
As a pro.
As a massive pro. I don't know about you, but it felt like a 2.5 hour long ad.
Beautiful. It was 1 hour 50 minutes, but
Wait, how can this be a pro? I'm so confused.
because business is life. That's what I say. If you
Profits are everything, baby.
if you can't make money off this film, then have you succeeded?
Are
know
you
what I mean?
tempted to buy a Barbie and Ken doll after this?
I actually honestly, if I could
Not
buy,
even just that, dude. All Mattel products, man. I'm ready to go, dude. Without giving too much away, they show the Mattel headquarters. They show the Mattel board.
yeah, they even give little hints of potentially a Mattel film. Could you imagine a Hot Wheels film?
That
Would
would
you
be
not
cool.
watch that?
I would watch a Hot Wheels film. Yeah, I would.
Dare I say, like, because of this consumerism, films these days is all about IP. We've got Barbie. Imagine an Uno film.
Dude, imagine
No,
come on.
Uno film.
Can you imagine? It would be quality.
mate. This is the real MCU, the Mattel Cinematic Universe, man.
No, Uno is too. I gotta say, Uno's too far.
There was a Uno film that was originally planned as a heist film, but it was scrapped.
I can't tell if
Sorry.
you're taking the
No,
piss.
no, no,
this
I'm being
seems like a
serious.
joke.
I'm being actually serious. There was a Uno
How
film.
would you?
It was meant to involve everything, like the reverses, the traps, and they were going to implement that into the heist scenario.
Okay,
Like,
for some reason, I'm thinking they're playing Uno.
I thought they were playing Uno.
or like they're trying to steal
yeah.
like some Uno cards that are super spectacular.
well, look, I'd watch. If you guys have seen Casino Royale, that part where they're playing poker, I could watch a 2-hour film of Uno with Daniel Craig just going ham on reverse.
Sure, if
and
they do it
trap
well,
cards.
then it could be good.
Exactly. But consumerism, I agree, Sen. Just, it's everywhere. It's meta. It's everywhere. I'm tempted to buy a Ryan Gosling doll.
There's literally an ad in the movie.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, there is
That's
an ad
pretty
in the
funny.
movie. Yeah,
That's pretty funny. To buy Barbie.
yeah.
it's well worth. So I would agree with that, Sen. I've got another pro here. The patriarchy.
The
Let's go, the boys.
The patriarchy. And
The
this,
patriarchy.
and this one's targeted for my incels on Reddit out there. They are going to love Ryan Gosling's character. They're going to love the Kens. Not going to give too much away spoiler-wise, but let's just say Ken is someone who loves the patriarchy. He loves
Becomes obsessed with it.
he loves the masculinity.
He's an
That's
Andrew
it.
Tate type figure.
Oh, he's 20 times that, my friend.
Really? Oh,
yes,
jeez.
sir. This is what Andrew Tate aspires to be.
To be Ken.
To be Ken.
Fair enough.
There's a moment where he's obsessed with horses because he sees that in the real world and it's like, oh, these are horses, you know?
Stallions.
Exactly, and this is meant to be a masculine thing. That's why I just think, you know, the patriarchy here is quality. It's at its best. Ryan Gosling delivers on all aspects of the masculinity part.
He wasn't even acting.
Yeah.
A lot of his actual thoughts.
So yeah, we would say that a none for all the boys out there scrolling Reddit. You're gonna love this.
Chuck
one for
out,
sure.
chuck out Barbie. You got Margot Robbie and a bit of patriarchy. It's
Exactly.
a win-win.
It's one for the boys, really, this movie. It's not actually for the girls. Mine is the metaverse. This movie is one, very meta, and two, it's all about different universes and colliding universes. It seems to be the go with every movie you watch these days. It's about, Spider-Man, for example, one that you watched.
Yep.
It's about colliding universes.
People
Very
love
much,
that.
this is just the same as that. It's a stolen movie idea, really.
Yeah, it's the new blueprint almost for movies. I'm sure you've seen it. Portals are opening.
Yeah. So wait, this is really confusing to me.
Yeah.
Because I'll be completely honest, I did not expect that from a Barbie film.
Dude, I'm pretty sure they said the word quantum or something.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's it's something that's coming out of films these days. A lot of things are opening portals. You can go to travel between worlds and universes. You know.
Are you allowed to tell me who the crossover is, or is that a spoiler?
We can tell you off air because I don't want to give it away.
We don't want to give it away. But
Oh, so it is actually a legitimate plot
This is a
twist.
sci-fi movie. You know that, right?
No, I did not know this.
it's a sci-fi movie. There's a lot of tropes of the science fiction that are there.
Okay, I'll be completely frank, right? At the moment, you haven't sold me to watch it. These are all pros, but I'm hearing no pros, dare I say.
You don't like incels. You don't like Ryan Gosling being a patriot.
Is it funny? Is it a comedy?
It is. It is.
Oh,
hilarious.
it's actually quite
That was
funny.
going to be my next pro. It is.
Yeah.
The comedy is genuine. You know that people say laugh out loud. I actually laughed out loud in the cinema.
Quite a
Oh,
few
really?
times,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
A lot of times. It wasn't just one, and I had a constant stream of just a smile on my face throughout the whole film. There's never a point where it felt dull. There's never a point where I was just sort of like, all right, let's speed it up. 1 hour, 54 minutes feels like 3 hours. Never a point like that. It is hilarious. So if you like a good comedy film,
I do like good comedy, and that honestly, you should have started with that.
yeah. Well,
I thought it went without saying, really.
yeah, it went without saying. We're trying to get the people interested in it. The ones who like feet, the ones who like patriarchy.
Yeah, true.
And I got another pro coming
Go on.
off that.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a clever film. And this is not a spoiler because this was apparently one of the trailers, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
But mate, first minute of the movie, it's a 2001 Space Odyssey parody.
Exactly.
It starts off with that.
Bravo, a little callback.
A little
Yeah.
callback, a little nod to Stanley Kubrick.
The
And mate, I'll tell you what, when I went in to watch Barbie, I did not expect that to be in the first
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of pros there, but judging by this film seems like a 10 out of 10.
But it's not.
It's
The cons.
not. It's not. The cons. The real world in this is shown kind of odd, bro. You know, you got Barbie Land. It's beautiful. Barbie Land is a beautiful place. I'd love to live in Barbie Land. I'm telling you. A lot of pink, a lot of colors, a lot of flying. The real world is a bit ridiculous, which is kind of weird, given that we live in the real world, bro. The real world is the one that looks fake, the one that everyone kind of is sort of exaggerated. It's odd. But yeah, that's a little con there for you, bro. It's not all perfect. That's what I'm saying.
I've got another con as well.
Here we go.
Mine is also consumerism. It goes both ways.
Pro and con.
Because, like I said, they show the Mattel company. And a lot of those scenes with the Mattel company, I thought, didn't really go anywhere. They tried to make a few jokes, didn't really land with that. And my problem is, and maybe this might be a spoiler, but Will Ferrell is one of the Mattel guys.
Yeah.
And it's not Will Ferrell acting as a Mattel guy. It's Will Ferrell being Will Ferrell. And I'm like, I don't really need this right now.
Yeah.
Like, I was enjoying the rest of it. I don't need Will Ferrell right now. I thought it was a bit much. It was too much on top of it.
Bro, you're a famous fiend for the comedy films. Do you
I
like
love
Will
comedy.
Ferrell?
I do like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Then you'll love this movie.
He has some great Will Ferrell moments.
So like how I'm trying to figure this out is like, it reminds me of like The Internship, where it's like an ad for Google essentially, where they show all the offices but they do it tastefully in The Internship. Are you saying the consumerism here for Mattel, not so good?
I mean, it's all right. Perhaps it's just too much. It's like they really wanted to be meta and they got sort of lost in that part, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. But I don't know if you've seen the Lego movie or the Truman Show.
Negative. Neither on both actually.
Okay, well then I was about to say they're very similar to those, but
But I'm sure people have seen it, yeah.
yeah, well if you like those two, I'll say you like Barbie. But after all that said, I'd happily put Barbie as a 8 out of 10. Good to watch. You'll enjoy it. You'll have laughs. You'll have a great time.
Has that convinced you to watch it, Ro?
Give me your rating.
I'll give it a 7, Ro. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
This seems okay. All right, interesting. It hasn't convinced me to watch it, I'll be completely frank with
Okay.
you. But
Okay.
I mean, it seems like it's a decent film. Like I honestly thought it was going to be a stinker.
Mm.
In my opinion, when I thought what a ridiculous premise for a movie. But if you're giving 7 and 8, and Kush is notoriously a difficult movie, marker.
A Kush 8 is actually quite high.
That's a massive. That's in the green zone in the Zorba Smith
Yeah,
reviews.
exactly.
Unbelievable. So, maybe it has. Give us Oppenheimer. What do we reckon?
Oppenheimer. All right, we're going to start with the pros and cons. Sen, have you seen Oppenheimer?
No, so this is all you. I'm watching it
Okay.
tomorrow night.
Oppenheimer. Now, Ro, you just learnt about
As our studio falls apart.
a scene that is definitely emulated in Oppenheimer when the bomb drops. I want to ask, Ro, do you know much about Oppenheimer?
No, treat me as if I don't know anything because I don't.
Okay. Well, it's a famous part of their history. They call Oppenheimer as one of the most important people in their history because he developed an atomic bomb, essentially. Dangerous weapon. You don't want to say a dangerous weapon.
He's a popular guy in Japan, though.
So I've heard.
So there's a lot of Nolan's a fiend for the practical effects. And so one of the pros I'm going to talk about is the 4DX experience. And I didn't watch it in 4DX.
I was going to say, did you watch it? Was that available in Australia?
I don't think it's available in Australia, but I truly felt I was watching something.
Explain what 4DX is quickly.
So for those who don't know what 4DX is, they make the cinema experience or the viewing experience slightly immersive. So, if you're watching Avatar, someone dives into the water, you'll be splashed with a bit of water. If there's an explosion, you'll feel the heat.
I like that.
Yeah, you like that. You like a bit of a roller coaster in your movies.
I was in Shrek 4D.
I was
first
about to
ever
say the exact same
at the
thing.
Gold Coast.
Yeah.
I
Wowee.
watched that movie for the first time. It was spectacular. Donkey sneezed and water sprayed in my
Water
face.
sprayed in your
Yeah.
face.
The dragon breathed and fire
Fire.
was there. Oh my goodness. I actually really rated that.
But that was only for 5 minutes. Could you do it for 2.5 hours?
2 hours.
Well, I heard Avatar did a thing in 4D.
Avatar did it
They
for 3
did,
hours,
you're right.
yeah.
I reckon the novelty wears out after
You just
20
be
minutes.
drenched in Avatar.
Yeah.
You actually drown with how much water it is in that film. With Oppenheimer, though, there's no 4DX experience. There's no 4DX showing.
Ben?
But I still felt it.
That's cool.
When they dropped the bomb, I'm not even joking, the cinema started rattling. And the sound mixing is insane. Where your chest and your heart, you kind of feel the palpitations.
I might go see the doctor about that, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe I should, but it was definitely a scary moment. So Oppenheimer does justice on the bomb blast. I'll tell you
Beautiful.
that much. It's a Trinity test, as they call it. Great stuff.
Wait, quick history question. How do they test an atomic bomb?
Well, you'll find out in the movie.
You'll find out in the movie.
But essentially, from what my understanding, they literally just went to the middle of nowhere, found a massive desert, and just fucking made
Blew
sure
it
that
up.
there was no one within 100 kilometers.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not.
Oh, wow.
It's not the atomic bomb that gets dropped on what was the place called?
Nagasaki or
Nagasaki,
Hiroshima.
yeah,
But it was
Hiroshima.
one of the prototypes.
Yeah, it was essentially a smaller version, famously called the Trinity test.
Wait, the Trinity test was on Japan.
No. It was in Los Alamos. That was a place, the desert
Gotcha.
place.
How did you think they tested it?
Well, I assume they tested like that.
Yeah.
But I just
Near
didn't,
people.
Yeah, I just didn't think like I don't know. It's like one of those scientific studies. It's like
Yeah.
we'll pay you $100 to
to drop it and feel the 40x experience.
feel what atomic bomb feels like.
And this leads to my next pro. The CGI, or should I say the lack of CGI. Films these days, bro, I'm sure you would have seen it. It may have even put you off, these superhero films, Fast and Furious
Too
films.
much.
So
Too
much
much.
green screen, right? There's just a lot going on. So Nolan, before this film, said pretty famously, I'm just going to use special effects, not the CGI stuff. So the difference between that is...
Sounds like the exact same thing to me.
It does, right? It
Sounds
does.
like potato, dude.
I mean, it drew a lot of memes. People were like, Nolan's actually going to create a bomb and drop the bomb somewhere in Los Alamos in the desert. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if Nolan did make a bomb and drop it to get the explosion. But essentially, they created effects to mimic an explosion. But not...
Oh, so I actually thought he actually recreated an atomic bomb and dropped it.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised. There's like great... There's great stuff about like the cameraman filming the Trinity test in Oppenheimer, and you just see him sort of melt away because of the bomb. So they have to get a new cameraman to do it. But it's special effects. For example, like they won't use computer generated graphics for the bomb. What they'll do is like they create like a firework, they'll blow up the firework and do like little camera techniques to mimic the bomb explosion. So it's really interesting.
Honestly, is that interesting? Because
once
to
you see
me,
it-
you just do CGI.
This is a filmmaker's movie, bro.
Yeah, it definitely is. But once you see it, bro, I think you'll notice a pretty big difference. It looks fantastic. It really does.
As a layperson, right?
Yeah.
I can see that the CGI is too much, but I know no other alternative.
Yeah.
It looks great.
What do you mean there's
And
no other alternative? Like, don't you think like you can get a Thanos and like fucking destroy the world?
No, as in like if there's an explosion in the movie, right, and it's
Yeah.
CGI,
Yeah.
It's obvious.
to me that is it. It just looks real to me. Like,
Does it look real?
yeah, because obviously I know that they're not going to actually blow up a town, so it looks like how it
They,
would look.
they can though. They,
They
can just
can.
build a little town and then blow it up. Did you watch Mad Max? Mad Max.
Mad Max, the
Not the Mexican movie.
No.
Mad Max. Mad Max.
a movie about making a burrito.
Mad Max. Sorry, Mad Max.
Never-
The
no, I didn't
latest
watch
one.
that, no.
Ah, 'cause
I
that
think
was
you'd
all.
enjoy that, bro. I think you'd really enjoy that one.
Because that was all like car crashes, and they actually fucking crashed the cars.
And you
together.
also there's a
That was
difference
all-
you can tell.
Yeah, it looks sick.
This is the thing. Once
Okay.
you see the explosion in Oppenheimer, it looks terrifying. It really does. And like another pro, I've got to say this: the man himself, Cillian Murphy, or Cillian, however you want to pronounce his name. Those of you seen Peaky
Cillian
Blinders,
for me, yeah.
Cillian,
Yeah, that's
He
how I
really
say
do be
it.
Like
Chill
a
like
Chilean.
Chilean Murphy.
Chilean Murphy
Yeah, stars also in Mad Max.
with his brother Eddie.
His performance is great, so do watch it for him. I will drop one quick con here is that Nolan and his female characters, they still exist. He treats them as like objects, unfortunately.
What?
Famous.
Famous thing for Christopher Nolan. If you've seen Interstellar,
Yeah.
Dunkirk, Inception, Tenet, even for example, his female characters are either non-existent or
Or-
the wives are dead to exude some sort of trauma for the main character,
True, yeah.
or they're just plot devices, which still remains the same here, unfortunately, for Oppenheimer's wife. But
But this is based off a true story. Like,
exactly. And
so is he allowed to do that? I think
Well, that's
he is,
the
maybe.
thing. Yeah, he focuses on Oppenheimer, as he should. The film is called Oppenheimer. So it's not called Oppenheimer's wife,
Yeah.
but she does play a big part in Oppenheimer's.
Okay. And he doesn't reflect. He doesn't reflect that.
He doesn't really reflect that. Yeah, he doesn't really reflect
Why
that.
is he like that?
I just don't think he understands women, to be honest. Like, I'll be
Does he have a
completely honest.
wife?
Yeah, he does have a wife. He does have a wife.
So he understands enough to marry one, but
There's that great meme where it's like his wife, Nolan's wife, watching all his films, and the wives are always dead. Like Inception, Dark
Yeah.
Knight, they're always dead. So it's like, gotta check yourself out, man. Chris Nolan's wife.
rating.
I did, yeah, the rating for this, I would say 9.5, bro.
Wow.
Almost perfection. This is Nolan's best film, I would say.
So you're saying the only thing that brought it down was the lack of female representation? That doesn't
Which for
sound like
Ro?
you.
That's a pro.
I wouldn't say female representation. I would just say
Female
actual
focus.
Female focus or actual. Give me a character, you know? Give me the character.
This is his best film. Better than Dark Knight.
I don't think Dark Knight's his best film. I think Dunkirk is his best film, but I would say it's up there with Dunkirk. So
Better than Dunkirk?
depends on my mood. I can't say that, unfortunately. But you know, we always talk about the similarities between the films. I did see this one. Someone was like, I don't know if you know this, but Ro, do you know any similarity between Oppenheimer and Barbie at all in the contents?
Is there
Storytelling.
supposed to be?
Well, one person pointed out that products both launched in Japan. So
So bad.
Yeah. And I was like, but hey, I mean, maybe that's why Barbenheimer is so
That's
big
so
right
good.
now.
Well, no, I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second.
The phenomenon,
Barbenheimer. Watching both the movies back to back on the same day.
which I did.
Which
do
you
that.
did.
Yeah.
And you took a whole day off work for it.
I left work early.
It's outrageous, honestly.
Did you tell work you were doing this?
I did. I told my boss I'm going to go watch Barbie. I'm leaving at 3:30.
So what time was the first movie at?
Barbie was at 4:20, and then I had an hour break for dinner, and then Oppenheimer started at 7:30, finished around 10:50.
Did the film, like the movie cinema, offer the back-to-back?
Yes. Yeah.
And there was like a dedicated dinner break for you guys to do?
It wasn't like you buy these two for one. It was like they were designed so that you could take a break in between and watch both.
Did that enhance the experience, you reckon? Or would you have preferred to watch them on separate days?
It's too much, man.
Is,
Too many-
yeah,
too
that's
many
what I'm saying.
movies
Is it
there.
too much?
I actually thought it wasn't because they're so vastly different and they're both exceptional films. They're both great. So like why would it be too much if they're both great? You know what I mean?
Is there any other like movies that have been released on the same
Like,
day?
yeah, similar thing. I don't think it's been a while.
I think this one's been like exaggerated. Not exaggerated.
Why
but,
is
like,
this one exaggerated? Because like honestly, like why is Barbie getting all this? I understand Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a really like interesting film, blah blah blah. But Barbie seems like
They must have
just a
spent
novelty.
so much on their marketing.
Barbie spent a lot on them. There was I don't know if you heard, there was a national-wide pink shortage because of Barbie. They were using pink so much.
Dude, everyone in the cinema last night was dressed in pink.
Yeah.
Every single person.
And it's like, and the thing is, like, the thing I don't like about it, right? And not to be negative,
Yeah.
but like, whatever. You're a 25-year-old male watching Barbie, all right? Like,
All right.
Whoa,
Okay, all right, all right.
as are you both,
Yeah.
both of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't wear pink, did you?
No, I didn't.
I mean,
want
fair
pink.
play. I mean, you may as well get around it if you do.
But I
like,
did dress up as a really masculine man who doesn't like feminism because of Ken.
So you just did your normal stuff.
Shut up. It's a joke.
Okay. I see what you're trying to get at.
But like, who are these people? Like, I can understand if you're like watching it ironically, like, Despicable Me when everyone was wearing suits and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, that was funny. Minions.
yeah, like
Minions, the
that was
Minions movie,
entertaining.
that's
Like,
right, yeah.
people are genuinely going, and I mean, fair enough. It's an 8 out of 10 film, so
Yeah.
apparently it's good. But I don't think it deserved to get the hype that it did.
Dude, there was a lot of children as well watching this movie, and I don't think this movie is appropriate for kids. Like, I'm talking literal, like, 6-7-year-olds.
It's a really deep film. Like it actually goes into like full, no, I'm not.
Dude,
I'm
it's
not even
existential.
joking.
It's existential.
It dead set is very.
But is it
existential.
appropriate? I think.
Dude, I
kids
feel like
can-
we've described Barbie in like 7 different ways right now. You'll be like, how is this movie? But it is.
But dare I say that is Barbie? It's an
It was
experience.
a, it was a fever dream, bro.
Yeah, it really was.
There's fight scenes, dance numbers, mate.
The musical performances are great. Seeing
Like,
Ryan
yeah.
Gosling dance, exceptional.
more pros. Wow. Okay. You know what? I will watch Oppenheimer
I think it,
and I'll try Barbie.
I think you should. It's at least worth the watch.
It's worth watching both. You can do it on separate days. You don't have to do it back to back.
No, I don't want to do
of
it back.
course.
No way. But like, if you say it's 8 out of 10, yeah, I'll give it a go.
The thing
I'm
is,
open.
you asked like why do they get released on the same day? The one thing that started because all of Nolan's films previously, I don't know if you noticed, but he was with Warner Brothers, and so then he left Warner Brothers.
I definitely don't know this.
Okay, he left them. He left Warner Brothers and he went to Universal, who made Oppenheimer, and then Warner Brothers were like, "Well, we're making Barbie," and they released the Oppenheimer date first,
Still competition.
and then they were like, "All right,
Beef back at Nolan for leaving.
Let's go, Nolan. Let's do it."
Who do you think's gonna win?
Obviously, Barbie.
Is it because there's a sports bet market right now? Who's going to get the bigger box office?
You know what? I'll say there's an underdog there who's going to beat both of them overall.
Who?
Mission Impossible 7. Tommy
Is that
Cruise.
an underdog though?
Dude, I heard that was a crazy movie.
That was unreal. If we wanted to add that, that was the one that I enjoyed the most out of all three.
Really?
What do you rate that one?
That one I gave it a 9, but like I enjoyed it more than Oppenheimer.
Do
and
I need to
Barbie.
watch the other ones to watch
Yes,
that one?
it's the 7th installment.
Dude,
of the
Tom
series.
Cruise is I'm gonna say, man, the guy is an absolute maniac.
He's a maniac.
He
and
just
a-
pumps out good films one after the other. Mission Impossible. I love Mission Impossible. What
Oh,
a great
then you're
series.
gonna love the 7th one, bro.
But I didn't watch like Mission Impossible like 4 to 6 to be
Well,
honest.
those are the best. Well, those are the best ones.
Actually?
Yeah, 7th just fits right in between there. It's class.
Okay, well, we're getting off track here, but
Yeah.
I'll actually check it out. I have nothing against Barbie, but it's just like, dude, how is this even a
Look,
film?
both are successful. Barbie has beaten all the other superhero films in terms of box office. So it's great, day one, the domestic one. And Oppenheimer's the most for Christopher Nolan. So it's a win-win.
Bang.
Exactly. There you go. Enjoy it and watch both films, I say.
Alrighty, that brings us to the end of another great episode. We've now given the date of end of September, so the time is ticking.
Yeah.
Push. We both have a lot of ground to
We'll be
make up.
fine. We'll be fine. I hear we're doing a
We're doing a movie game
Oppenheimer
next
quiz
week.
next
Yeah,
week.
exactly.
Should be
So,
good.
Yeah, right after the
and
tennis
it's double
quiz.
points as well. I heard, Kush. So,
wow. Well, we're back then.
but if you guys have any other games or maybe forfeits for us for the future, let us know. We'd be very keen to hear. Otherwise, you can check our episodes out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Podcasts, wherever you find your podcasts. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram Reels.